Okay, good afternoon, students. Sorry I couldn't be with you guys today. I'm at the State High School Robotics Tournament. So we're going to log into our Tinker, and this is where we're going to get going for today with everything that we're going to do. So I'm going to log into my Tinker program. What you're going to do today is you're going to start working, and you're not going to finish it today. You're going to work on it today and Friday to create what would be your first interactive, like a Mad Lib. So I don't know if you've ever done a Mad Lib, but those are stories where you fill in like a noun, an adverb, an adjective, and then you fill all the blanks in with these words that you come up with, and it gives you a silly story. So we're going to create an interactive game that allows us to do that Mad Lib. Okay. So once you get logged into Tinker, we're going to go to create a project, and we're going to select Python for our project. Now this video is also going to be in your Google Classroom so that you've got this intro video after the teacher shares it with you, so you've got it. We're going to open up our Python, and we're going to click on a blank Python interactive project. And now you guys should all be doing this and getting this going. So once your project opens up, we're going to delete everything out. We're going to get everything out of there. So we're going to delete all of our code, and we want to rename this. And what you're going to call this is it's going to be your first name. Oh, we're going to click it. So it's going to be your first name dash Mad Lib, one word. Your name Mad Lib. And we're going to hit the save button. Now, super, super important. Make sure that you're logged in to Tinker so that it saves your work. If you're not logged in, it will not save your work, and you won't have anything to show for it. Okay? Now, so here's what you've got. What you're going to do today, and I'm going to get you guys started with this. And yesterday we talked about variables and functions. Or not yesterday, on Tuesday in class, we talked about what a function is and what a variable is. And that's all this assignment is today. It's just functions and variables. And we're going to use those and display that output on the screen with our print function. Okay. So what I'm going to do is show you guys one new trick. And that's going to be, how do we get our user to interact with us? So yesterday, everything we did was you coding it on the back end. Today, we want to get input from our players. Okay. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to create a variable called name, because we want to get the name of whoever's playing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in name, and remember, variables are white. So name equals, then I'm going to do a space for it. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to zoom this in just a little bit so you guys can see this. So this gets bigger for you. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is name equals. Now here's where the fun part comes in. Instead of just saying my name equals whatever string it is that I'm going to put in, or whatever text I want it to be, we're going to get input from the user. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to type the word input. Now that's a function because it turns green. Input is going to get function from the user. Now, if I just did input, it would still get the user's input, but we got to tell them, what do we want to get from them? So we're going to put our parentheses in, and then I'm going to put in a string of what I want to show on the screen. So I'm going to do here, put in my quotes for my text string. Now remember, if if your quotes don't turn blue, check down at the bottom to make sure that your keyboard isn't international. And what we can do is have a little fun here. Maybe you want to be a pirate. Maybe you want to be, I'm going to pretend that this is a robot talking. So I'm going to go beep, boop. What? I'll make it sound like a robot. What is your name, player? Question mark, right? So now, if I hit the play button, it's going to print off, beep, boop, what is your name, player? And it gives the question, and I put the question mark after it, right? So now I'm going to put my name in, and I'm just going to say my name is Ed to make it nice and easy, and I hit the enter key. How do I know if it took my player name? If you're saying or thinking to yourself, we got to display the output now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to go print to display my output. What do I want to print? I am going to print name. And I'm going to hit the play button. Now it plays the game. I'm going to put my name in. My name is Ed, and it shows me Ed. So that's going to be how I get my game in here. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we're going to have our player name. So we're going to get the name of our player. So we're going to get our name. Now what we can do with this is we can string things together to show how it pieces together. Okay, so like instead of printing the name, I want to print a message welcoming the player to the game. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go back in, and instead of just printing the name, I'm going to print first a string, and I'm going to do hello, and I'm going to go outside of the string, and I'm going to hit the plus key because I want to add something to it. And then I'm going to add name, then I'm going to do the plus key, and I'm going to do a period, and we're going to do have fun. Period. Okay. Now, so when I hit the play button again, what's your name? I'm going to say that my name this time is Susie, right? And it says, hello, Susie, have fun. Now, you notice where it says hello and Susie, there's no space in there. It just goes in there. So what I want to do is inside my string, I'm going to put a space after the O for hello. And then I'm going to put a space before my period here so that everything's in the string. When I hit this button again, it should look nice and neat. So let's say my name is Charlie now. Now my name is Charlie. And I hit the enter key. It says, hello, Charlie, have fun. Right? So this is essentially what you're going to do with your assignment today. So here is how this is going to work. When you go into your Google Classroom, you're going to see your assignment today, and here is a PDF of a Mad Lib. And this is what you're going to come up with. And so you're going to create a game that's going to be this interactive vacation Mad Lib. So the first thing that we have to do is fill in all of our blanks. Now, there's lots of ways that you can do this. Remember, we talked about your variables can be named whatever you want them to be. What I want you guys to do today is name your blanks. And the easiest way to do this is if you did blank 1, blank 2, blank 3, blank 4, so on and so forth. And what is it you're looking for? So I'm going to start out and I'm going to give you guys the very first one. The very first blank that I'm looking for is an adjective. So here it is. I'm looking for an adjective. Adjectives are words that describe. They're descriptor words. Okay, so what we're going to do here is I'm going to give an adjective. I'm going to ask my player for an adjective. So it's going to be adjective. So I'm going to go back into my coding platform, and I'm going to go down to the next line, and I'm going to create a variable. Now, if you do what I'm doing here now, how I'm showing you this, it's going to make your life so much easier. So we're going to call this variable blank 1. Don't put any spaces in there, just make it blank 1. And then I'm going to do equals, and I need to get input from the player because I want them to tell me what is the variable that I'm trying to make. What is it going to be? So I'm going to do input, my parentheses, then I'm going to do my quotes, and I'm asking for an adjective. And so I'm going to say, please give me an adjective. Now, what I like to do with this to make it so it looks clean is I'm going to put a colon after it and a space so that it very clearly gives the player a space where they're going to put it. If I don't put anything in here, now let me show you this real fast. I'm going to take this out just for a second, and I'm going to hit the play button. Okay, so beep, 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 boop. What is your name, player? I'm going to say my name is Ed. Hello, Ed, have fun. Now you see that line is blinking. That's looking for more input, but I didn't say what is the input that I need, right? So I can still type in something here, but I have no idea. Am I typing in a number? Am I typing in a letter? Is it asking my age? Is it asking my birthday? Does it want my phone number? What am I supposed to do? I have no idea. So that's why inside the input, we have to say, what do we want to get from them? So this is where we put in our string, please give me an adjective. And then I'm going to put my colon and the space, and I'm going to stop it and play it again. What's my name? My name is Ed. Then it says here, please give me an adjective, right? Adjectives are descriptor words. So I'm going to say pretty. So pretty is my word, and I'm going to hit the enter key. Now, My game hasn't stopped. That's just the last bit of code, so I don't have anything else. So what you're going to do is you're going to go through and you're going to make a blank for everything. Now, what you have to do is create all of your blanks first. So then the next thing you're going to do is create blank 2, and you're going to ask for another adjective. Blank 3, blank 4, blank 5, blank 6, so on and so forth. Okay. Now I'm going to skip down to where we're at the end. Now, do not worry. You're not going to get done with this today. You got today and tomorrow to work on this. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go down to the next line. So I'm going to skip a couple of lines and show you. So my blank 2 would be here. So this would be blank 2. I would do equal. Same thing. I'm looking for input. And it was another adjective. So I'm going to say, please give me another adjective. Okay. And I'm going to put that in there. Okay. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go all the way down to the bottom. I'm going to skip a couple lines. After you've gotten all of your variables declared, this is where we're going to start to show our story. Now, I'm going to grade heavily on your spelling and your punctuation on this part because you're just copying and pasting it. So here's what this is going to look like. So I've got all of my blanks done. So I'm not going to do this part till the end. So all of my blanks are done. But I'm going to come down in here and I'm going to start to display my story. I'm going to display the output of my story. So what I need to do is I'm going to do a print statement to display my output. And I'm going to do my quotes. And then I'm going to start with my text string. And I'm going to go back into my text here, and it says, a vacation is when you take a trip to some, and I'm going to type it in just like that. A vacation is when you take a trip to some, and I'm going to put a space in there because I need to make sure I put a space. Then outside of my quotes, I'm going to put my plus, and I'm going to put blank 1 because I'm going to add in blank 1. Then I'm going to do my plus, and I'm going to go into my next text string, and I'm going to pick up right here. So a vacation is when we take a trip to some. Then I put my plus, blank 1 plus, and this is going to say place with your. So then I'm going to do place. I got to put a place with your. Okay, now I'm going to hit play and see what this does for me. So beep boop, what is your name? My name is Ed. Ed, hello Ed, have fun. Please give me an adjective. Okay, I'm going to do pretty. And another adjective, I'm going to do tall. A vacation is when you take a trip to some pretty place. Oh, look right there. See pretty in place? I need to put a space in there. So what I need to do is go back to my place, and right in front of it, I'm going to put a space in there. And then I'm going to hit my play button again and test it to see how everything looks. My name is Ed. I'm going to give my adjective of tall, and my next adjective is going to be handsome. A vacation is when you take a trip to some tall place with your, and then you've got everything in there and it goes through your story. This is all the code that you're going to need to create your Mad Lib. Create your blanks, then display your output to your screen. If you have any questions, this video will be in your resources. You can go back to and look at the code from yesterday, and you have the ability to look at, there's a picture of sample code for you that you could start with, as well as the Mad Lib sheet in the Google Classroom assignment. Good luck and happy coding.